This courtroom exchange starts with a warning that sounds simple, but quickly turns into something much bigger. A judge is questioning an inmate accused of violating bond conditions, contacting people he was explicitly ordered to avoid, and allegedly making threatening statements from inside jail. But here's where things get complicated. The defendant insists he's innocent, while the court says phone records may tell a very different story. And with multiple inmate phone codes allegedly involved, the judge is now facing a serious question. How far should the court go to restrict someone who may still pose a threat?
Every single thing that you say on the phone is recorded.
I know that, so why would I be on it threatening people?
We'll find out. I think that you are continuing to threat to the public even while being in jail.
I don't
want you to say anything. That's okay. We're going to find out because I'm going to have them pull all the records, pull all the phone calls, and we'll listen to everything.
Okay, but I can't call nobody. Literally nobody. So what? There's no TV in my tank. There's no nothing. What am I supposed to do?
Come on, it's time to go play Fortnite. Let's go. Come on. Huh? Fortnite? Come on, man. I'm itching to go play.
Judge.
Whatever happened with Mr. Wiggins?
Mr. Wiggins has some bond conditions to not speak to a complaining witness in an ag assault with a deadly weapon and an ag assault family member. He then went to jail and called her twice and her mom.
I mean, what more can we do? Really?
Take the phone away.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. We'll do it now.
He also called.
Now the situation becomes significantly more serious. According to the information presented in court, Mr. Wiggins wasn't simply accused of making one unauthorized call. The allegation is that he contacted the complaining witness and her mother, despite bond conditions specifically restricting contact. Even more concerning for the court is the claim that 3 different inmate phone identification codes were allegedly used. If proven, that could suggest an attempt to get around restrictions rather than an accidental violation. At this point, the judge isn't just dealing with a technical bond violation. The court is trying to determine whether the defendant is deliberately ignoring court orders and potentially creating a safety concern.
Good morning, Mr. Wiggins.
What?
How's jail?
Cool.
It's come to my attention that you are violating the conditions that we set out in this court, flaunting it, and trying to get a hold of the complaining witnesses in these cases where we've told you not to. Go ahead.
Yes, Judge. The deputy called me this morning and said that the defendant has called the complaining witness twice and the mother of the complaining witness as well. The deputy told me that while listening to these phone calls, he heard the defendant say things such as, "This is how you take care of things," and that everybody violates their bond conditions and talks to the complainants in these cases. He also heard the defendant make statements saying that he was going to continue to violate bond, and once he gets out, he was going to hire an attorney, but he had previously learned that the defendant was indigent, and so he took this to mean that the defendant was going to commit other criminal acts to get money to hire an attorney.
Can you please notify the other courts as well that are so that they know as well?
Yes, Judge. I just sent a full email to the felony prosecutor in case the deputy hadn't already alerted her. I just went ahead and did it. The deputy, again, is getting the transcripts for these calls, and that the defendant has been using 3 separate inmate spin codes. That would be Jermaine Brown, Mark Diaz, and Dennis Compton.
Your privileges are hereby revoked. You are not allowed to use the jail phone at all from now on. Do you understand? I think that you are continuing to threat to the public even while being in jail. So
this is the moment where the judge draws a hard line. The court is now responding to allegations that Mr. Wiggins violated the very conditions that were supposed to control his conduct while his case was pending. Notice, though, that the judge's concern goes beyond the alleged calls themselves. The claim that he may have used other inmates' phone codes raises the possibility of intentionally bypassing restrictions. The judge therefore revokes his phone privileges entirely. But there's an important legal distinction here. These are still allegations, and the judge says the actual recordings and records will be reviewed. So the question for viewers is this: does the alleged conduct justify such a sweeping restriction, or should the court wait until every recording is examined?
Judge, I just,
You
again,
just told you.
It's not even.
please stop.
So
And just, I just want to reiterate.
please go ahead.
He's
Yeah.
19. You are taking away his ability to communicate with his family.
But he's
I
making
understand.
additional threats allegedly,
I
you
didn't
know?
threaten anybody.
Okay, we're gonna get the records, but
Okay.
until I know that you're not a threat, I mean,
He's typing everything.
every single thing that you say on the phone is recorded.
I know that. So why would I be on it threatening people?
We'll find out. Because I'm gonna ask, could you mind please pulling all the records, getting all the phone calls, and we'll play them out here in court? And we'll see. And if it's not, then I will gladly give you your phone privileges back, but there have deputies that have pinpointed you allegedly, you and using other people's spin numbers to make phone calls, to make continuing threats, and to further criminality if and when you get out.
What criminal?
I don't want you to
Here's the
say
key
anything. That's
issue.
okay.
The judge is not saying the allegations are automatically proven. In fact, the judge repeatedly points toward the phone records and recordings as the evidence that will ultimately clarify what happened. That matters because courtroom decisions should be based on evidence, not simply accusations. At the same time, the judge is clearly concerned about protecting alleged victims and maintaining the authority of the court's bond conditions. The defendant's argument is essentially, why would I threaten anyone when I know the calls are recorded? But the court's response is equally direct. That's exactly what the recordings are for. If the evidence clears him, the judge says his privileges could be restored. So now everything hinges on what those recordings actually
Well, listen to
contain.
everything.
Judge, I will also say that the defendant told the complaining witness, this is about the ag assault involving the firearm, that when she got shot, the defendant said that's what happens when you hang out with gangsters.
So pull all that stuff, you know, and all that stuff gets, so we need to figure out how, because it's a first for me as far as doing a revocation of privileges like that. As far as revoking phone privileges for inmates,
As far as I know, it has to be through the a court order.
okay. I need to do whatever I can because it's apparently a problem now. So, I guess I'll reach out to administration as well to figure out how, because I mean, it's a first for me.
Judge, just so we're all on the same page, Mr. Wiggins is obviously going back to the jail now.
And now we see an important complication that has nothing to do with the emotional drama. It has to do with procedure. The judge admits this is the first time they've dealt with revoking an inmate's phone privileges in this way, and questions whether a formal court order is required. That's a crucial distinction. A judge may believe someone is dangerous or violating conditions, but the court still has to operate within legal and administrative procedures. The prosecutor also makes sure everyone understands the immediate instruction. Mr. Wiggins is being told not to use the phone while the court works through the proper process. This creates a fascinating tension between urgency and due process. The judge wants to act immediately, but also recognizes the need to determine exactly how that authority should be exercised.
Well, we'll get the tapes and
Get it? We'll
Okay,
see.
good. Okay, but I can't call nobody. Literally nobody. So what? There's no TV in my tank. There's no nothing. What am I supposed to do?
It's jail.
What's the point?
Read a book.
There is no books. I read every book in there.
Yes.
Okay. I can't trust you to use a phone, Mr. Wiggins. I mean, you know what's happening. I have other deputies that have alerted us to what's going on. I can't. That's it. I mean, you got to know when you're in the jail, there are eyes all over you. It's like at a casino. You literally have eyes.
The exchange
all over
here
you.
almost becomes surreal. Mr. Wiggins is focused on the practical consequences of losing phone access. No television, no books, and apparently very little to occupy his time. But the judge is focused on something much bigger: trust. From the court's perspective, the issue isn't whether the defendant is bored in jail, It's whether the court can trust him to follow instructions designed to protect the people involved in these cases. The judge's comparison to a casino is also revealing. The message is that detention facilities are heavily monitored, and assuming private conversations won't be discovered can be a serious mistake. But again, the ultimate question remains, what will those recordings actually
Who's being
show?
looked at?
Stay in bets. That's why I wasn't threatening nobody. I didn't say
He's,
any.
he's
So-
typing everything
and then-
that you're saying.
Ask him
I
to pull it.
understand he's talking about I'm doing illegal things when I get out to hire a lawyer and all these other things. That's stupid. I never said anything about it.
So, where does this leave the case? Based on the courtroom exchange we've heard, the judge is responding to allegations that Mr. Wiggins violated bond conditions by contacting prohibited individuals and allegedly making threatening or concerning statements while in custody. The court also raises concerns about the alleged use of other inmates' phone identification codes. In response, the judge revokes his jail phone privileges, while acknowledging that the recordings and phone records still need to be reviewed. Mr. Wiggins denies making threats and insists the allegations are false. The broader takeaway is that court-ordered conditions matter, even while a case is still pending, and violating them can have immediate consequences. But the evidence will ultimately determine whether the allegations are substantiated. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.